We go. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Horror Heathen YouTube channel and the South Jersey Horror Podcast. I have the honor and pleasure to sit down today with the wonderful and talented Avery Norris, who plays Heidi in the new psychological minus bank, Bearskin. After talking to Gabriel last week about this film, I want to know more about this character, Heidi, and I have that perfect opportunity, and this is the best way to do it. So, for those listening and watching who did not tune in last week, shame on you. So envision yourself sitting in a circle of strangers, sharing the most traumatic, deeply buried secrets of your past, only to slowly realize that your nightmares are all connected by one terrifying thread. In this episode, we are descending into the grueling world of bearskin. Joining us today is Avery Norris, like I've said before. I have a problem repeating myself. I don't know why. A young woman who finds herself trapped in an emotionally exhausting and terrifying fight for survival. Avery, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm thrilled. How the hell are you doing?
Oh my goodness. I'm doing well. I'm taking a trip down memory lane with this movie. I'm so excited to talk about it. Thanks for having me.
The honor and pleasure is all mine. You look great, by the way. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
And
We've
the
got,
Halloween shirt.
yep, we're repping a little bit of Halloween in the middle of May. It's great.
I am excited. My daughter is gonna be born on October 23rd. I'm excited. She's gonna be a Halloween baby, and
Oh
it's gonna be
my
great.
gosh.
Yes, yes,
Congrats. Oh, that's
thank you.
exciting.
Yes.
Are you like planning Halloween costumes already for the years to come?
My wife has done that like 6 months in advance already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Good. Good. Smart. She's a smart woman. Planning ahead.
it's not the costumes I envisioned, but I understand the mythology behind it. She wants to
Yeah.
go Snow White. Our daughter is gonna be Snow White,
Cute.
and we're gonna be the seven dwarfs since we have five
Great.
dogs. It's my wife and I. So we're all gonna be the seven dwarves, which is I'm gonna be grumpy, of course. I'm the one with the beard, and my other dogs will be like sleepy, blah blah. The rest are
Yep, yep,
fucking
yep.
dwarves. I'm like, this is. I love her so much, but I want to do something scary, but I have to go with it. So
I party like the college days where we had Hollow Weekend. You could do like three different events, three different costumes. You'll be set.
it sucks because this year I used to dress up as Michael Myers, and
Hmm.
I walk around my town scaring people.
Yep.
So that's what I do. I'm known as the Michael Myers of Paul Meyer. So I can't do it this year because we have a kid coming, and I'm
Yep.
like, when she gets older, I'm dressing her up as Michael Myers too, and we're gonna do
Yeah.
it together. So
Get her in the family business.
yeah,
Exactly.
so it'll be the Michael Myers and daughter of Paul Meyer. So
Yeah. Good, 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 good.
so anyway, your role in the film. This is a again, I watched the movie, fucking phenomenal. And it's a wild movie. It starts as this group therapy session
Mhm.
and just spirals into total darkness and madness. And what was your reaction when you read the script for your character and realized how intense your journey was going to be?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I actually, they filmed it in chapters, to do with each of these characters, and so because of that, I only got the script for my chapter of the film. So, seeing it all come together in the end was a surprise for me the very first time that I saw it. So that was super exciting. Yeah, it's wild. It's this one encapsulating horror film, and each individual character has their own horror film basically wrapped into this. So although Gabrielle's character of October is dealing with all of these demons in her own horror journey, Heidi walks in and now has the start of her own horror journey as well through this story. So it was great. The script was amazing. Working with Gabrielle was amazing. Working with Miko was amazing. Um, yeah, I think it I love when horror films also tug at the heartstrings too. It's like you see this vulnerable girl coming in, she's new to the area, she wants so badly to make friends, and my goodness, the accidental mess that she finds herself in is just wild.
It definitely is wild. I think it's an understatement. Like when your character walks in, my inner thought was like, "Oh shit, what's gonna happen now?" So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Which is pretty much, I'm sure, I mean, Heidi's thoughts the entire time. You walk in thinking you're just going to make a new friend. And I think even just, I mean, we were so lucky we got to shoot at Miko's house. So, like, a lot of those decorations are a lot of his own. And it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous location. So, we were so lucky to be able to be welcomed into his home for that. But I mean, just the darkness of the environment of that house and Heidi walking in there for the first time, I mean, it has to be a full 180 to anything that she's ever been used to.
So when you read the scripts of your character,
Hmm.
were there any moments of reluctance at all?
Um, I mean for not the reasons that you'd think, the dance scene, obviously I'm out there just like throwing it all over the place. I was a little bit worried about the dance scene, but yeah, you just close your eyes, you rock with it, pretend like you're the only person in the room and you're set.
That's how I am half the time in here. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
okay, so how did you mentally prepare to step into the shoes of a character whose baseline state is one of such vulnerability and discomfort?
Yeah. I think for me, I've always been a super imaginative person, and what works for me is really just trying to put my, feet into the character's shoes and understanding where she's coming from. Had recently moved across the country alone, which is similar to Heidi. She's obviously made this move all by herself. She's trying to make a new start. So it's, both grabbing little things that I can relate to in my own life, but also just really trying to put myself into the circumstances of the character and try to understand, if I was brand new to this place. I had the backstory that Heidi has, in which she feels like she is trying to reinvent herself in this new place. So really just trying to dig into that vulnerability of, okay, it's create your own journey. If you don't walk over to this house, you're not going to make a new friend. You might not ever make new friends. So let's do it. Buckle up.
Well, the movie is definitely a wild ride. I mean, like I told Gabriel, I had a hard time wrapping my head around this. I mean, ugh, God, being diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety. I mean,
Mhm.
I fall for movies that are psychological mind spanks.
Yeah.
So it just goes hand in hand for some reason. I don't know why. But the core of this movie is the group therapy sessions. Jesus
Mhm.
fucking Christ, dude. I mean, where everyone's dark stories slowly just come is revealed, and they all start to intersect. They all start to bingle together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was the off-camera dynamic like with your co-stars?
Yeah, I mean, I interacted a lot with Gabrielle, obviously, who played October. She's phenomenal, like just such a great person to work with. Our off-camera dynamic was very much like trying to mimic in our own ways what Heidi and October were going through. We'd obviously recently met. I got to do my callback with her. Obviously, she was already attached to the film, so getting to do my callback with her was great because we kind of already familiarized ourselves just in terms of, reading the lines and acting with each other. But it was very much like, let's get to know each other, obviously, as Heidi and October are trying to do. But also just like diving deeper into the script, trying to figure out exactly how we can make these dynamics even richer than they already were on the page, which obviously was already immense. I mean, the character dynamic was already right there, and it was really just us finding the tools to bring it to life even more so. And so I really, really loved talking about the dynamic of our characters together and, figuring out where does this connection come from? What is the appeal that October has to Heidi? What is the appeal that Heidi has to October? Why have they chosen this night to try and get to know each other, to maybe become friends, to maybe overcome their demons that they both have? What is it about this stranger that ultimately helps both of them probably overcome a lot of hurdles?
So, quick question: the
Yeah.
emotional intentional, the emotional places, the intense emotional places y'all had to reach on camera. uh, what was the dynamic like for that? I mean, did you all support each other? I mean,
Oh, for sure.
yeah. I mean, you had to. I mean, it's some of the shit that I saw, man. Like, I'm gonna see after watching the movie, I had to go group therapy by my own. I mean,
Right? Yeah, honestly. I mean, yeah, driving home every night after shoot dates, I'm just like driving like, oh my God, at the wheel. Um, yeah, I mean, for sure. I think it's just like walking onto sets. I'm somebody who is malleable in the sense of I'm down to try different things, try different techniques, understand what works for other actors, collaborate, figure out how that works together when we're working together. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's as simple as like check-ins afterwards. I love, actors that are always just like, "Hey, like we're in it. We're playing these characters, but also are you okay? We're all good. We're all good after that. We're good. Great." So just, checking in on things like that. I mean, I know my big heightened emotional part at the end for me personally was just, like walking up and down the street on my own, internalizing exactly what's going on, what's about to happen. And then, yeah, just again, checking in on each other. There's a lot of dark scenes that, I wasn't a part of, but I was there on the day when they were filming and just making sure that everybody felt good. And that's also a testament to the type of set that we were on because that was the energy. We're doing these really intense, dark, emotional scenes. We're really digging into our own demons, into the characters' demons, and just making sure that we're okay because that's what will give us ultimately the best results if we can have this longevity of like, okay, I got to this place, I feel good afterwards. Let's do another. Let's try and find a new way to do this where we're still reaching that emotionality.
that's great. For the record, this is the second movie where I had to ask myself, what the fuck did I just watch? So
And
the
that's what we
first
want to
movie,
do. We want you
so
talking and thinking.
the first movie I asked myself that was Event Horizon. So after
Mm,
seeing that in the theater, I literally walked out and I was like, what the fuck did I just watch, man?
yeah. 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 It's a lot.
So
It's a lot.
So, and this movie is the second movie that made me ask myself that question. So, congratulations on that one because even though I'm a combat veteran, it takes a lot to break me. So
Right.
this movie broke me. Okay.
I think we should petition for a new award. A new award. But what the fuck was that, the award? And we'll see who gets it every year.
I'm gonna make that my podcast. I'm
There we
on it.
go.
So,
Yeah, the What the Fuck Award brought to you by.
Jesus Christ, man. Again, for the listeners who are listening and the people who watch this movie, if you're gonna watch this movie, be prepared because
Yeah.
you might need some liquid courage, or you might have to get high, or stay off the LSD, smoke some pot or something because you're gonna need it. Trust me.
Maybe smoke some pot. I don't know. I took
So
an edible last night and saw Obsession, and I was like slow breathing through it in the theater.
that movie is on my list. I've heard a lot of weird shit about that movie, so that I'm a little hesitant. So we'll see.
It's
Anyway,
something.
the director Miko Montes doesn't
Yeah.
shy away from extremity in this film. We see that all over the place.
Hmm.
So utilizing both grueling and emotional beats and visceral horror. That's the only way I can describe this. I mean, so how did Miko guide you all? I mean, even through the most disturbing sequences and to ensure you guys felt grounded and you found this gratuitous.
Yeah. I mean, he's got such a great mind for this stuff, and it's also we were super fortunate. Obviously, he wrote the film as well, so um, to have obviously the person who had these original ideas there guiding the boat and then, allowing us to bring our own visions into it was just such a blessing for a film set. Um, I mean, yeah, he was phenomenal. When we're doing these dark scenes, it's as simple as like, hey, let me set you up for this, tell you where you're at, tell you where you're at. Here's how you guys come together. Here's what the scene should encapsulate, and then sent us on our way. And that's exactly how I like it. I love to get like a baseline of like, this is what's going on. This is my vision. now let's collaborate together and see what we all bring to it in order to allow this to come to life. And that was very much the type of set that Miko ran, where, and that could be hard too, right? I mean, I've written stuff where then you see the vision come to life, and when you have a vision of how something should go, and then watching it actually happen can be very difficult. But Miko made that a really great environment of like, yes, these were his original ideas, these were his visions, but understanding that these are the people that I've now chosen to bring these characters to life, and it might not be exactly how I imagined it, but we're gonna find a common collaboration, a common ground to finally see this vision come to life. And it was, yeah, it was a great set to be on. He was a great person to have, allowed us to take our time to really dig into the raw emotion of it all, and that felt like a very safe and welcoming environment for an actor.
Absolutely. Um, Not to like say like this is not his own idea, but I felt some. Speaking of Event Horizon, I felt some Event Horizon in this movie just a little bit, just by
Hmm.
watching it because the rehab center you guys are filming in is like a character in the movie. And
Hmm.
that's the same way in Event Horizon. The ship is a character in the movie. So it's dark, it's a familiar, it exposes everybody's secrets and it's their own emotional, downfalls. So
Yeah.
how did the production and sound design of that isolated space impact you in your performance?
Yeah, I mean, the it's so funny because I mean I didn't get to film in the rehab center, but just seeing it, I mean, even though I can't imagine I've ever been in a place that even looked like that, there's such a familiarity to it. And I think that's what great horror does, where it's like even if you aren't exactly directly relating to these things, there's some kind of familiarity to it that allows you to like just attach onto these things. I mean, I felt that in Bearskin again because I hadn't filmed in the rehab center, and just looking at it, it just like, oh my gosh, it was so eerie, that whole environment. And then, of course, filming again at Miko's house, which already was like the perfect haven for any kind of like horror, gothic, style fan. It was just so gorgeous. But the sound design was great, and our sound is, Jihad was amazing. And if you guys follow him on his Instagram, I'll get his Instagram before the end of this, but he's posting the pre and post production of all of the sound and seeing how it adds to the film. You guys should go check out his Instagram. He's been posting those things. But um, I always said if I wasn't doing acting, I would love to do sound design because, yeah, I think the sound is everything, especially in a horror film. I mean, there are circumstances, I think, where just like the dead silence is like you're then doing your own sound design because you're in your brain like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? It's so the anticipation is there and you're just freaking out on your own, but then you do have those times when the eerie music comes in and such, and it's phenomenal. So our Jihad was amazing. Miko finding these locations was amazing. And getting to be actually in the apartment for those scenes was, you're getting thrown into the actual place. You're not doing any imagination. You're in October's apartment. You're seeing how she lives. Heidi's own mind is racing of like, what have I just got myself into?
So Gabrielle described her first initial reaction as trepidation. Did you feel
Mm.
the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that even starts right outside of the door. I mean, obviously the script itself has the different feelings attached to it, but then when you get there and I'm shooting my first scene, and it's just handing that package to her. I mean, it's already created. Heidi's not walking into this house being surprised. She obviously is, but like there's a vibe already being created before the welcome even appears. So I think there's a trepidation, a good amount of anxiety, good amount of fear starting to course through, and yeah, that's again a testament to all of our production design and such. So
It's a again, this movie was done so fucking well.
Hmm.
And again, second movie that made me question my sanity. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so after nearly 2.5 hours, Bearskin takes his time building dread and exploring each character's backstory. And there's nothing more than I absolutely love is learning about characters' backstories. I
Yeah.
mean, it exposes a lot about that person. It exposes their weaknesses, their strengths, and their kryptonites, pretty much. I mean, what could take this person down? So,
Hmm.
as an actor, you maintain that high level of tension and emotional stamina over the course. And how did you make that such a lengthy narrative?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, right? Because you don't want to overexert yourself. You want to be able to still keep the magic there with the emotionality. Um, I'm personally an actress that like I couple takes. I'd love just a couple takes. And sometimes that doesn't happen. That wasn't the case on this one. We were very lucky. Miko, I think, was very aligned with all of us of like when we felt like we had it, we all felt like we had it, which was great. But yeah, the emotional stamina can be tough because I mean, realistically, people who don't work in film, it can move damn slow sometimes. And and sometimes it's just not through any fault of anybody. It's just it can be slow. We're all working together, everybody in a different department trying to get all of these moving pieces to work together. So, for me again with my big emotional my like last line of the whole of my film or my chapter of it, and I'm giving this huge emotional line. Well, yeah, I've been walking the streets for 40 minutes before trying to get into that headspace and understanding like, oh, we're a few minutes out, oh, a few more minutes out. And again, it's not through any fault. We're just all working so, so fucking hard to get the most ideal situations. And so I think, you just have to be adjustable. You have to be ready for anything and such. But I mean, the longevity of everything, it can be hard too because sometimes you're filming out of order, right? And you want to make sure that we're maintaining the story, that everything is moving smoothly, the way that it needs to for this plot and such. So, checking in with Miko, making sure we're understanding the moment before, what's coming, and such to make sure that we're telling this story as smoothly but also messily as possible, right? It's messy. The whole thing is messy in the best possible ways.
We call that a beautiful disaster.
Oh
Just
yeah. Oh yeah. I love in my favorite types of projects. I mean,
so,
you can feel it and that's exactly what we were going for. So,
and I just like to point out that you delivered your character so well. I
thank you.
mean, you were given and it was on fucking point. So, I mean, there's a lot of movies that I hardly criticize, and this one I have nothing to point out that's critical at all. So, and it's so wonderful to have that feeling after watching the movie, and my notepad is empty. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, there's nothing negative about this movie at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like a first in like 10 years. So and
I
my
love it.
wife is my wife is sitting next to me like, are you okay, honey? I'm like, you have no idea what the fuck just happened. So I'm sitting thinking I did not have one negative review or comment about this movie.
I love
And my
that. Well,
wife's
thank
like,
you.
get the fucking beer. We're gonna cheer. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna celebrate this one. So
That's amazing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I saw it for the first time in theaters. I didn't get to film all of those, therapy scenes, so getting surprised by it all too. And it just like it looks great. Our DP Max Goldberg, who's our cinematographer. I mean, it looks amazing. The directing is amazing. Again, the production design is amazing. Like every department really stepped up and we yeah, I feel very proud of the film.
one last note. Before we go lose time here. So I was told you that last 10 minutes is going to go quick. Here we
I
go. There's the
see
pop-up
it.
right
There it
there.
is.
Son
There
of a
it
bitch.
is.
So go away.
Yeah, yeah.
The the film ultimately explores how pain can transform identity and how our misfortunes can be more connected than we realize.
Hmm.
That's just life in general, right? But this movie exaggerates that like 100 times.
Right?
So after wrapping production, did playing Heidi change how you view the concept of shared trauma?
Ooh, that's a great question. I I'm a big empath already. I don't know. I always joke with my mom that she cursed me because I would always make fun of her. She cries at everything growing up, and now here I am. I'm just crying at everything. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like every individual character, no matter if they were a part of the group therapy or if they were a part of each individual person's story, they're all coming in with their own horror story. And again, how you said like the re-identifying. I mean, Heidi is obviously trying to re-identify herself by moving to this new place. We learned she struggles with body image and she's struggling with an eating disorder. That's her own, demon that she is dealing with and such. Um, and I think like if anything, and again, I think this is something that I have felt before, and I'm just constantly trying to remind the people of the world, like we truly do not know what is going on in each person's life. We don't know what they're battling. We don't know what they're dealing with. And so I think she was just a lovely reminder of just leading with as much kindness as possible. Um, we're all the same species. Like we're all humans. We're all dealing with such. Leading with kindness is the first choice that you can make in your day. And I think it takes more energy to be mean and hateful. So just trying to understand like the demons that you have in your life. Great, this person has them too. They might not be the same as yours, but we're all dealing with something. So I think she's a great reminder. This whole film is a great reminder of, just we have no idea what people are dealing with in their lives, and to lead with as much kindness and grace and empathy and understanding in the fact of maybe if you haven't directly gone through what somebody is going through, just having the understanding that this is hard and this is something that's affecting them. So, um, yeah, I think just carrying that with me and trying to go forth with as much grace and kindness in the world as possible. It can be hard, you guys. Emotions are hard.
That is deep. Thank you for sharing that. I really do appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Gandhi. Okay, here we go. The next Mahatma
Oh,
Gandhi.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The next Mahatma Gandhi. All right.
Right.
For
Not
the
me,
Nobel
not
Peace
me.
Prize.
Yeah.
So that is all I have. Avery, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
honestly sitting here, I'm processing everything you just told me. So it's one thing to watch a movie that's intense as bearskin, but hearing about the emotional stamina you needed to bring to your with your character is a whole different level of impressive. So, and Paramount, I'm talking about top tier acting on your part. Very well
Thank
done.
you.
And thank you so much for being so open with me. And I can't wait to see where your career takes you next.
Thank
Honestly, I
you.
believe that sky's the limit with you. You got it. So, um, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. I really appreciate it. And for those listening and watching, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Again, you can watch Bearskin. It's available for streaming. I think it's on Apple TV and a couple other platforms as well.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I definitely recommend it. It left me speechless, and my notepad was empty, which is very, very rare. So
Now we have two awards. We have two more awards to give out. We can give out the What the Fuck Award and the Notepad is Empty Award.
I love it. I'm writing that down right the fuck now.
Yeah.
So nope. Okay, mental check. Notepad is empty and don't get yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. You've been wonderful, and I wish you nothing but success in your career in the future.
Thank
And
you.
if they happen to bring back a sequel, I'm going to see you in it. I really do.
I know I didn't die. I'm alive. I'm alive at the end of this one, so
So,
we'll be back.
yes, thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay awesome, stay amazing, and keep that shit up. And I'll see you around.
Hell yeah. Thank you. You too.
Take care. Bye bye.
Counting all the assholes in the room when I'm done.